Class 10th English CBSE Chapt-03 Black Aeroplane. About the author, Frederick Forsyth. Frederick Forsyth is an English author, journalist, former spy, and occasional political commentator. He is best known for thrillers. He was born on 25th August 1938 in Ashford, Kent, England. His notable works are The Day of Jackal, The Odisha File, The Dogs of War, The Fourth Protocol, and The Fist of God. Black Aeroplane. This is an interesting story of a British pilot who is flying from France to England to enjoy his holidays with his family. Let's go through the story in the form of narration. It's all about narrator's experience of his flying, his challenges, his positive thinking, and his courage to fly in the storm, where it was risky to fly, but he wished to meet his family, and that's why he started flying and took the risk. The moon was coming up in the east behind me, and stars were shining in the clear sky above me. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. I was happy to be alone, high up above the sleeping countryside. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. I was dreaming of my holiday and looking forward to being with my family. I looked at my watch, 1:30 in the morning. I should call Paris control soon, I thought. As I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, I saw the lights of a big city in front of me. I switched on the radio and said, "Paris control, Dakota DS-088 here. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England. Over." The voice from the radio answered me immediately. DS-088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degrees west now. DS-088, over. I checked the map and the compass, switched over to my second and last fuel tank, and turned the Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. I'll be in time for the breakfast, I thought. A good big English breakfast. Everything was going well. It was an easy flight. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind me. When I saw the clouds, storm clouds, they were huge. They looked like black mountains standing in front of me across the sky. I knew I could not fly up and over them, and I did not have enough fuel to fly around them to the north or south. I ought to go back to Paris, I thought, but I wanted to get home. I wanted that breakfast. I will take the risk, I thought, and flew that old Dakota straight into the storm. Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. The old Dakota jumped and twisted in the air. I looked at the compass. I couldn't believe my eyes. The compass was turning round and round and round. It was dead. It would not work. The other instruments were suddenly dead too. I tried to the radio. Paris control, can you hear me? There was no answer. The radio was dead too. I had no radio, no compass, and I could not see where I was. I was lost in the storm. Then, in the black clouds, quite near me, I saw another aeroplane. It had no lights on its wings, but I could see it flying next to me through the storm. I could see the pilot's face turned towards me. I was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved, "Follow me." He was saying, "Follow me." He means that I am lost. He knows that I am lost. I thought, he's trying to help me. He turned his helicopter slowly to the north, in front of my Dakota, so that it would be easier for me to follow him. I was very happy to go behind the strange aeroplane like an obedient child. After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the clouds. Now, there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota last tank to fly for 5 or 10 minutes more. I was starting to feel frightened again. But then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. Suddenly I came out of the clouds and saw 2 long straight lines of lights in front of me. It was runway, an airport. I was safe. I turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane, but the sky was empty. There was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. I could not see it anywhere. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. I went and I asked a woman in the control center where I was and who the other pilot was. I wanted to say thank you. She looked at me very strangely and then laughed. Another aeroplane up there in this storm. No other aeroplanes were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. Then I started thinking, so who helped me to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio and without more fuel in my tanks? Who was that pilot on this strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without lights? It is still a mystery for me. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe the channel for other lessons in Hindi as well as in English. Thank you once again for watching.